nervous. We roast in a moment, and here we go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Long Distance Playbook. Coming live from Germany. Today is the 1st of November. Jay, welcome. Chris, welcome. Guys, this show is hopefully going to be very, very exciting, not only for us, but our viewers as well. Jay, how's everything going with you, bro?
As you can see, he went trick-or-treating, and he has a lot of energy left. Too much candy. How's everything going with you guys? How was your trick-or-treating night?
Hey, man. Kids got candy and just had a good old time. Chris, how was yours?
I worked.
So you weren't amidst of any of that chaos, then, huh?
No.
Well, it was the trunk or treat.
Yeah, they did that last weekend here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they actually did. I was surprised. This is the first time they ever did it, but actually on the 31st.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get the show started. Today we're gonna first start off with our lightning round. So Nick Mangold unfortunately passed away on the 26th of October from kidney disease. Our prayers and our thoughts and prayers go out to him, family, and friends. He was a former New York Jet, big time, very young. So, my message on that is don't be afraid to go get checked out. So, y'all want to add anything?
Yeah, you get a certain age, you need to keep getting those checks done. Don't be afraid to go in there. Go ahead and get it done. Your family, friends, everybody needs you, so it's important. It's one of those things you just, you got to take care of. Take care of your body.
All right, we're going to move on. Women's and men's college basketball season opens this coming week. Hey, get ready. I think it's going to be a great season. All right, and if you're going to continue to watch the show and follow us, come March, we will do a bracket. That's going to be interesting.
March Madness.
Right. Great. All right. Next thing. LSU fired their head coach, Brian Kelly, and Florida fired their head coach, Billy Napier. Chris, what is your opinion on all these coaches getting fired?
I don't understand.
I know you don't.
I think these are premature firings. This ain't the NFL. Number one. Yes, these players are now getting paid, but this ain't the NFL. So when you sitting there and you thinking like this is now a conglomerate of players being giving you checks, they still students, right? So and here's my biggest issue with this, right? And I don't know what that man over there in Italy thinks. Because, we take jabs at each other all the time. Well, we're going to find out. But I think, because now those players have 30 days. They can transfer out in the middle of the season right now, and go to a different school.
I hear you. I hear you with that.
And I think that's a problem.
I don't think that's a problem. Jay, what's your thoughts, real quick?
Okay, so he says it's a problem. Problem for who? Now, you're saying that this isn't the NFL. Throughout all the leagues, XFL, the different leagues that keep popping up, right now, this form of college football is the closest thing to the NFL. The way that players are now getting paid, coaches are now getting tossed in the middle of the season, not at the end where it's the way that it used to be. We went from number one place for number two. Now it went to one versus four. Now we've got one through 12 teams making these playoffs.
We ain't talking about the playoffs.
You said what?
We're not talking about the playoffs.
Playoffs? Anyway, so what I'm saying is to you is this. You're saying this isn't the NFL, but as soon as you put 12 teams that are eligible to fight for the crown at the end of the season, that's the closest to the NFL you're going to get. And with the money that the players are getting, same thing. In my opinion, this is new territory, and I think that some of these programs, if you don't win in 3 or 4 seasons, and you can't get in that top 12 and make a deep run into the playoffs, yeah, you're gonna be gone just like NFL coaches.
All right. So, my question for you guys, right? I mean,
Well, what's your opinion?
is it bad?
Hold on. What's
Go
your
ahead.
opinion?
Look, I think it's devil's advocate. Okay, I mean, I think you can play this by two sides of the ball. Okay, I don't think that these coaches who are getting paid millions and millions of dollars got it. Everybody's like, they're paid to win. They're paid to win, right? Yes, but education is also still the most important part at that level, right? So for me,
No. It's not about education now. And
No,
even
no. You still got to make the grade to get in college, my friend.
yes,
This ain't
to get there, but we're talking about
Yeah.
once they get there.
there. You can't just say it's no longer about academics. It still is. You're getting paid now to play, but you're still there to get some education.
Yeah,
that is
to read
supposed to be your number one goal in college.
to read a defense. I mean, think about it. If you do this job right, you could be a millionaire and set your families up for life. Now, if you go there to be a teacher, I mean, I don't think there's no teaching jobs that's paying millions of dollars, right?
No,
But your heart, look, what's the average? What's the average percentage? I'm sorry, of players in college that go to the NFL?
It's very low.
Very low.
Fine.
So guess what? Guess what else?
Fine.
So guess what else? That does pay a big point towards the education, right? So sorry, I'm leaning outside the camera a little bit. I'm gonna move my chair a little bit over. So that's going to be a big problem.
See, I don't think it's the
In
coaches
Lowell.
because they're not paying coaches millions of dollars for them to educate. They're paying them
They
coaches
paying them
millions
to,
of dollars to win.
to produce. I get that, but you look. But watch this. I'm your assistant coach, right? We had Dummy University. I'm gonna call it Dummy University.
What's the SMU? Go ahead.
No, we're gonna say Dummy University.
No, we're not gonna say it.
We're gonna say Dummy University, right? And you're the main attraction for the players that come. And you get fired. me, not only am I worried about the next game, right? I got to worry about what players are going to leave with you.
There's
That's
always
a
that
problem.
possibility. But there's on the other side of that coin, there's the possibility that before they fire you, they already talked to 2 or 3 coaches that they really want that already came available.
Okay, so who was hired in Penn State?
So I don't know. I mean, nobody's yet, but
Exactly. So that's my point.
Yes.
that doesn't mean that behind the scenes they already talked to somebody else that they know will attract a lot of kids to come to that school.
Yeah, they're talking to the Georgia Bulldogs offensive coordinator right now.
But that's my point, right? Now you got to resell those kids.
Yep.
And you got to, that's my whole point. If as the assistant, now the new interim head coach, I have to go and sell all these kids to finish the season.
Yes,
That's the problem. That's why I say what I say.
So what you're saying is the devil you know? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
I'm not going to win a championship with this guy, but he's decent. We have a decent record, but we're not going to win a championship with him. So you gotta just keep him and just keep the status quo.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you keep him for the rest of the season to maintain those players, then fire him, or I ain't gonna say fire, dismiss, buy him out, right? Give the next coach the opportunity to resell that top talent.
Okay, real quick. So, question for you, right?
Uh-huh.
Should there be a NCAA rule on if a college, so for instance, I'm going to use LSU because they just got rid of Brian Kelly, right? So they were still paying Ed, what's his face? Ogeron or whatever. I'm messing his last name up, right? But he was still he's still getting paid from his buyout, right? Now they've done fire Brian Kelly. Now he's going to get paid from his buyout, right?
Yeah.
And now there's got to be another coach hired. Yes.
Yep.
So should there be something at the end where the NCAA is saying, hey, if you're still currently paying a buyout coach, you can't fire the current coach you got?
I don't see
because
why
that's
not.
taxpayer dollars.
Well, then guess what? You need the people that are paying into the school, then they need to go ahead and deal with that. If a school wants to keep paying, for coaches haven't coached in 5 years, the John Wall thing, that's fine. But guess what? If I'm a coach, I mean, do you really want to go there and knowing that you might get fired? But if you're fired, they're still going to pay you.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a hard topic, right? My thing is, I think a lot of these coaches, though, not all, a lot of these colleges are jumping the gun on firing the coaches. All right, Brian Kelly at LSU, okay? Is he not allowed to have a down year, one bad season? I think so. Okay. Now, if you're just not, if they're UCLA, for example, they fired their coach early, right? And now the interim is actually winning games.
Yes.
Okay. And UCLA was 0-4 at the time. Now they've actually won a couple of games since.
But I think you all are taking out the human element to this as well. If you're not a likable person and you rub people the wrong way, I'm not saying Kelly's like this,
right?
But you know what? If you're not winning champion or you're not top 3 or top 4 every year, we're not going to tolerate your behavior or how you treat the staff or how you treat players or how you do this. The stuff that we're not privy to all the time until actually, coaches leave about how students are treated by the coaches, how the staff are treated by the coaches, and every once in a while, it's not always about X and O's. Sometimes when some of these coaches get fired,
That is true. That is true. That you can't rebuttal. I can't rebuttal that. That is a very true statement. If the team is not tied to the coach, meaning it seems that they're not performing at the level they need to, yes, you fired him.
like James Franklin, because he comes across as being a cool dude, right?
Yeah.
For the most part. But Brian Kelly comes across as being something different, in my opinion.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, got some breaking news.
Oh, got some breaking news. Real quick. The Miami Dolphins have fired their general manager and have kept their head coach.
With a
Mike
caveat.
McDaniel.
With a caveat.
Absolutely. What is that caveat, Chris?
That he could finish the season.
Yes. What's your thoughts about that? The general manager now getting fired over before the head coach.
That just me personally, I'm gonna give you my opinion. They should have fired the coach too. Because guess what? The new GM is gonna bring his guy in.
And so I
Maybe
think
they
that's
are.
probably why that's why they, with the caveat, they agree with Mike McDaniel to let him finish the season right. That way they can find the right GM, and then the GM can find his coach. Right? Because if you shake that up now, right, and then because there's a lot of players in Miami also backing Mike McDaniel saying, hey, we want to play for him. We want to play for him, right? So if you fire him right now, do the players quit in a sense? You know,
He has like here's my defense of the McDaniel. He's been injury riddled all year. This is the first time like Tua might make it through the season. Right?
But then Tyreek Hill
But Tyreek Hill's out this year.
So
and don't get me wrong, Waddle is carrying the load. And then what? Waller is on injury reserve. So look, you talking about you can go through that whole list of what's going on to see what's like their roster breakdown.
Yes.
Right? It's crazy. Crazy. What's your thoughts on it, Ben?
Well, you can see the kind of the dysfunction when a player gets hurt and he's happy to get hurt that he's not playing. It just seems like from the point that Tua was hurt, I guess maybe last season or the season before that, and about the Dolphins bringing him back or not bringing him back, it just seems like the Dolphins haven't been the same team. Chemistry-wise, it seems like they've just been a little bit off. Whether Tua plays, it seems like, okay, is he going to make it through this game? Is he going to make it 2 or 3 games in a row? He's running. Everybody takes a collective breath. Maybe the GM didn't want to keep Tua, and McDaniel has publicly come out and supported Tua through and through. Maybe there was a moment where the GM says, hey, he's got to go or I got to go. Because I don't feel comfortable that Tua is like, even if he is playing, has he won any playoff games? Have he taken us to the playoffs? We've given him all these weapons. Mostert, A-Chain, Waddle, Hill, Waller. Waller just came in, but before that, they had Gesicki and some other guys. They've had the pieces on offense to produce. They've had the defensive players. Why haven't we won these games? And they feel that Tua just doesn't give them the best chance. And guess what? Somebody had to get fired. Maybe, like you said, they go to some of the top players on the team, some of their captains, and say, hey, how do you feel about this player? I mean, how do you feel about this guy, McDaniel? Or how do you feel about the GM? And if you ask 10 players, and 10 players all say this guy, well, maybe that's what they went with. They got rid of the GM instead of Mike McDaniel. So I don't know. I mean, I'm with Chris. I'm surprised they didn't clean house.
I'm just saying.
All right, let's move on. We're now going to move on to our main topics. We're going to start off with NASCAR. Are we getting two takes? The championship is tomorrow.
Oh, so we are down to the
We're the
nitty-gritty.
last race of the season.
So I little offshoot. I ain't no race car guy, but last night I decided I wanted to watch that movie F1. Okay, yeah. That was actually pretty good. For a minute there, I thought it was a true story. But it was pretty good. But I'm not a NASCAR guy, so I do know that this is it. This is gonna name who's the man in NASCAR.
In the season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's in Phoenix, Arizona. So, it gets some good, hopefully, good weather out there.
It's gonna be hot.
Yeah, even this time of year. Yep. Jay, what's your thoughts on this?
In him we trust. I said it last week. Come on, man. It's time for him to break through. He has to. This is his time. He has to put it together. No excuses. Yeah, I got Mr. Hamlin doing it.
I'm in agreement with you. I hope Danny takes it. There's four races in the that are vying for the championship. What I don't want to see is the other drivers moving out the way so they can
Have it out.
So they can just them four can really compete.
Yes, it happens.
I want the other drivers to still compete and make it even tougher for them.
So, do you think Logano, Bell, Briscoe, Blaney, Byron, Larson, you think they can nudge him out so he doesn't get it?
If they can play competitive racing, right? Unlike they've done in the past, if everybody on the track does competitive racing, it's up for anybody. But if they let the four people that are still shooting for this title, and everybody else is kind of like, I'm running laps, I'm gonna make money, my sponsor's paying me, then it's gonna be to the four drivers. Now the Indy may still be interesting because you got four drivers trying to bang doors and get to the finish line first, right? But it's going to make the whole duration of the race rather boring, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to only have four drivers really competing,
Really pushing the pack.
right? So I want to see a competitive race. That's
Any
all.
idea? Any idea what the weather's supposed to be tomorrow for that?
No, I do not.
Probably hot.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully the weather's nice. Hopefully it's not raining because those delays can kind of mess up things.
This time of year, it's not a big rainy season for Arizona.
Okay.
And Phoenix is in that hot climate.
Maybe that's why they put it in the desert this time of year.
Yeah, well, yeah, because before it used to the last race used to be down in Homestead, Florida area, right? But now it's in Arizona, and that might be why, because November. Look, it's still hurricane season. You might get a hurricane to pop up, and now they got to change the track and everything else. So we'll see. I just hope for a good race.
November rain.
Yep. All right, let's move on. Woo! We are going to move on to the World Series.
It has not disappointed, has it?
No, it ain't.
So,
Look,
can I go with this?
hold on. So the series, just catch everybody up. The series is tied 3-3. Tomorrow is Game 7. What you got, Chris?
Man, I look. So with this, I did predict that this would go 5 and the Dodgers would win. But I also said that if they go past 5, this is going the whole distance. I think the Dodgers still pull it out.
Okay. He thinks the Dodgers still got it. Now, Jay, you picked Dodgers in the 6th. Do you think Dodgers still got it?
I was close. Yeah. I think if the Blue Jays were going to win, they needed to win not when Ohtani was pitching. Ohtani's pitching, and by them winning last night, I think they lost their shot. Toronto had them.
I think the young kid is pitching for Toronto tomorrow. I'm not sure. The one who beat him in game 1.
No, it should be. He pitched a couple of games.
Did he pitch game 3? No, he pitched. But they normally shrink their roster. They shrink their roster. They rotation to get their start their best pitchers to pitch multiple games.
Look.
So
Look, go ahead.
Ohtani's pitching tonight,
Oh,
and it says probable Max Scherzer.
That's gonna be a good one.
It's really nice.
I'll probably be, I'll be flipping channels.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
probably be flipping channels.
What time does that game come on, Jay?
2:00 our time. No, sorry.
Okay.
1 a.m. And then the
No, that time changes this weekend. So it'll be
rest
2
of
o'clock.
the states, not for us, right?
No, it changes here this weekend.
No, we've already done content last weekend.
Oh, then it changes in the States.
I'm
So it'll be at
confused.
2 o'clock.
I'm literally confused. I thought this
So,
go ahead.
so we changed last week.
Yeah.
The U.S. changed this week.
Okay. I thought it was the other way around. I thought they changed and we changed this week.
No.
Whatever matters, the game started at 2. 2
No.
o'clock German Italy time.
No, it starts at 1 for us. It doesn't. So they don't change their clock.
What does it say on ESPN?
I'm looking right now.
SoapScore.
I'm looking right now.
MSN Sports.
It says 1 a.m. for
NBC
us.
Sports.
Yeah, I was confused. So, but yeah, it says 1 o'clock for us. And maybe you can hit the refresh button. But
Yep, 1 a.m. bro.
So that's normal. Yeah, well, that's the time change. Yeah. So they start a little early. They're trying to steal viewers.
They're trying to get people before they go to sleep.
No. In the States, they're trying to steal viewers.
Oh yeah.
Before the primetime football game.
Oh yeah.
they're trying to get you hooked.
It
They
is
will try.
It's World Series, right?
Yeah.
What other way to get you hooked, especially at Game 7?
Right.
Look, this World Series is amazing, right? Because what was it? Game 3, they went 18 innings.
Yes.
World Series record.
And Dodgers lost two after that. They lost
Right.
2 straight after that game.
I mean, 18 innings. That's amazing. That's double baseball right there in one day.
Yeah. You get the whole game and a half.
You got your money's worth, right? All right.
Uh-huh.
And then the Blue Jays rookie pitcher in Game 5, what is it? His name? Yusevich or something like that. Rookie pitching record in the World Series with 12 strikeouts. So
Yep.
these records are coming left and right in this World Series, and I like it. Me as a fan, right? Now I know the
Yeah.
players are kind of pins and needles, but me as a fan, that's what we want to see, right? We want to see good, solid baseball.
Yeah.
Two teams who, honestly, a lot of people didn't think that this was going to go 7. A lot of people, thought the Dodgers might even get in there with a 4-0. There's nobody truly believed in Toronto, right? Luckily, because y'all want LA, I want Toronto, and I picked 7 games. So here we go. But I look, this is the game where managers have to unload the bullpen. There is no tomorrow.
Hey, you are right, Rocky.
Tomorrow's at the house for everybody.
Right.
Apollo Creed. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Look, you're either at the house happy, right, with a championship, or you're at the house mad that you lost.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
this is it.
So as of right now, the way things sit, if Toronto wins, who do you have as their MVP? If the Dodgers win, who do you have as your MVP?
For myself, this is me personally. If Toronto wins, you got a Vlad Guerrero, right? He's consistently put runs on the board and everything, right? The Dodgers, I might say Freddie Freeman, because Freddie Freeman has saved them multiple games.
His name is not Freddie Freeman. You know what his name is? Oh, Big Game Freddie.
Oh, there you go. It's in on the Dodgers
Hey,
side.
I'm telling you right now. Excuse me. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Go ahead.
If Freddie Freeman comes up the bat, man on second, winning run, Freddie is not swinging that bat. I'm walking. Just saying.
I mean, Freddie's been more dangerous play this World Series than Ohtani had.
Yes.
Now I got it. Game 1, Toronto, Ohtani went off, right? Or what was it? Game 2. It was game 2. Ohtani went off, and then Toronto said, "Nope, we're gonna pull you off real quick. We're gonna walk you 5 times." Right? Like, cool. But since then, Ohtani batting wise has struggled, and Freddie big game hit is constantly getting his hit. So if it's not him, it will be Yamamoto, the pitcher, because he's pitched 2 games and he's been lights out.
Okay.
What about you?
If I'm looking at the pictures, and this is the reason why, if the Dodgers win, it has to be Ohtani, because maybe he didn't hit this well this game, but if he was able to win them 2 games in Toronto, you got to give it to him, in my opinion. I mean, you have this one thing to do things at home in the playoffs, but how you play on the road in the playoffs is how you separate yourself from all the other players, no matter what sport it is. Can you take that hostile crowd? Can you take traveling, go there and be the best player on the field, the court, the gym, whatever? Road warriors. That's where you set yourself as a legend in any sport, in any game. And I think whoever steps up tonight, now Freddie Freeman, we know he's capable, and he's done it before when he was with your team in Atlanta. But we need to see. This is Game 7. Let's get it. So, and I think Toronto, I would give it to Vlad too for Toronto, or Borshow, or if Scherzer pitches a masterpiece tonight, then I think you got to consider him as well. But it's going to be exciting we got a Game 7. We're going to end the baseball season off right. Yo, I would not.
Even
I
if
would not
Scherzer,
put you back and forth.
sorry, even if Scherzer doesn't pitch well, right? I mean, I don't see Ohtani, and I don't see this game coming down to a pitching duel. I see it coming down to a hitter's duel.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers are going to, I think Ohtani is going to pitch a couple of innings. Now, if he's hot, they might leave him in. Same thing for Scherzer. But look, I think every single one of these players on the offensive end knows what's at stake, and they're going to try to get these bats rolling hot and quick. And I think it's whoever gets, whoever, if somebody can break out with the early, and I'm talking about a 4 or 5 run lead, that's going to be huge, especially one for the offensive side, and then two for the pitching side. Because when you give your pitcher run, right, a lot of times they can settle down, they can calm down, right? When the offensive production's there, especially game 7, right? Because any slight mistake as the pitcher, and you're going to get tattooed.
Oh, yeah. Correct.
So, and that's what you're trying to avoid, right? Every pitcher out there is trying to avoid that major crush. So I think if Ohtani gets into early trouble, or even Scherzer, either one of them, they're getting pulled.
Yeah. So we've had managers in the past in the World Series stay with pitchers too long and pull them too quickly. Where is that fine line in the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning?
Well, the problem is how good your middle relief is. If you got a good middle relief, all you trying to do is get to your close. If I can maintain the lead in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and I'm gonna even say the 8th inning, right? Because guess what? Those are still mid relievers. Normally, the 8th inning is a guy that is a potential closer. So now you're talking about you just trying to get to your guy at the back of the game, get me 3, maybe 4, and let's go home with the win. So
yeah. I mean, I'm on the side of I know what these two pitchers mean to my team. In the past, I probably would have gone. I'm just going to get to my middle relief, 6th, 7th inning, and then go to the 8th and the 9th. But 1 game left in the season, I want my best pitcher on the mound. I want him to carry us, especially if, for instance, he's in the 6th inning and he's only giving up 2 hits. A guy gets on second, you're up 2-1. I'm not taking him out. I'm not taking him out. Look, I have faith in him, and I think by the manager having that faith in the guy, if he's supposed to be the guy, he's going to at least get me to the 8th inning. If his pitch count is what it needs to be. And if the pitch count is a little high, and I talked to him, and he said, "My arm is good. I'm ready," and he's only giving up 2 or 3 hits, I mean, you got to ride it out. I'm on that side of the fence, and I know managers have fallen short when sometimes they leave it in too long. And, oh man, why you leave him in so long? You should have taken him out. You got a bullpens ready. They're rested. Da, 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 da. But right here, your best against their best. But it also depends on who's coming up too. Because if you're about to go around to the heart of the order and you've given up 3 hits the whole game and 2 of the batters coming up have those hits, then you might want to go to that next reliever or that closer a little bit early, because you have times when you can go to your closer in the 8th inning if you have to.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if this game be a 1-1 game or a 6-6 game. This game has that potential.
It does. Do you see it? Either one of y'all see this game having the potential to go extra inning?
Yeah, it could. It really could. And I also can see this game probably going down as history as one of the best game sevens in a long, long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got here it is. You got the Giants, the Dodgers, yep. And you got these young upstarts. So it's a big deal. This could be a really, really big game. So, yeah.
Now, with that, right? If Toronto wins, this will be their first World Series win.
The link.
I think since '93.
Yep.
Joe Carter Day.
Okay.
So, if not,
No.
and then I think not only the Joe Carter days, this will be Toronto's first championship, but I think they got a lot of these players under contract for next season and beyond that will assist on trying to keep this team locked in for another possible run next year. Who knows, right? Because Seattle did give them a fight, and that's one of my other questions, right? Since Toronto's given the Dodgers a run for their money in the World Series, right? Do we need to look at Seattle as strong contenders because they gave Toronto a run for their money?
Every year can be different. Every year can be different. Baseball is not football, right? Or basketball. Right? Basketball is probably more closer to baseball than football because it's all about who is hot. Who's hot, who's not, right? So, all that is determined that way.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people look at those things a little different. So when you compare football is about if I got the best 22 players, I'm supposed to beat you. Right? But it is any given Sunday with football. But today, on paper, I got the best team. I'm supposed to beat you. So, all right. So we're going to go on commercial break. And after our break, we're going to bring in our special guest, our first guest ever. So she's going to have the honor and the dubious sensation of saying she will be first.
Absolutely.
And we're going to hit her with some good questions. She killed one of mine, but that's okay. I got a replacement already. So she ain't prepared for it. That's okay, though. It's a good one. So we'll be back after this small commercial break. Stay tuned. Tell a friend about us. are back. So we're gonna do some shifting and layout changes real quick. That's what I thought. We're gonna look back up. No? Okay.
Welcome back,
So-
everyone.
Hello, hello.
How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. It's good seeing you. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, dude.
So
Jay, who is our guest?
our guest today is the no other,
Shut up.
the baller of the century, like no other. We talking to
Okay.
Reagan Jefferson.
Ah, come on now.
Now, I'm gonna tell you this. For y'all that don't know who Reagan Jefferson is, you ever been to 7-Eleven?
Stop, bro.
4 o'clock in the morning, 7 p.m. They always open. That's Reagan. Always open. Has a catch radius. I once seen her look at a defender while she was up in the air, like, yo, what you doing, dog? Hey, stay down there. I'm gonna catch this ball. When I come down, I'm gonna fake you out and get into the end zone. Then I'm gonna dance on you. Caught it with one hand, got in the end zone, spun the ball, and was like, yo, I told you where I was going. Why weren't you there? Yeah, Reagan Jefferson.
We had fun. We had fun in Italy.
Look, I got so many great Reagan stories. So many great Reagan stories, but the one that I'll tell you right now
Oh,
is
Lord.
our quarterback, because we have this is flag football. She plays flag football, she plays basketball. Any sport you got, she can play.
And tackle football.
And tackle football. And this is the intramurals for the base teams or whatever. We're playing flag football. She is on the women's team, and our quarterback was down, couldn't make it, had a mission, couldn't make it. She comes over, is like, hey, you need a quarterback, right? I said, yeah, you got one? Don't even play me, man. Don't even play me like that. Okay, all right. Took the ball, stepped in the huddle. She won 3 playoff games in the championship. MVP. You see these trophies behind me? Hey, Reagan, thank you very much
You're welcome.
for getting me these trophies.
You're welcome, big dog.
The women's championship trophies, the men's intramurals, they should have her name written on them. But anyway.
I got one in my bedroom. I'm still decorating this house because we've only been here for a year. But yeah, I'm gonna have a whole "I love me" wall, and it's gonna have all those trophies and all that stuff. Yeah, that was a good time. The last 2 tournaments the last tournament that we won with both the women's and the men's was my favorite. That was the best way to end my time in Italy.
Oh, wow. It was
for sure.
It was amazing. It was very special. Yes, definitely.
Same here.
So we're gonna get started.
Yeah,
remember Dominica, right?
I do. What's up, buddy? Oh my gosh, you're getting so big. That's crazy. Yo, that's so wild. I see. Are you wearing the Force jersey too, Jay?
Of course.
Yep. There it is. There it is. I see
How's
you.
Jackson doing? Good?
He's doing good, man. He's a big kid now. He's a funny guy. But yeah, they grow so fast.
Oh yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's get into it.
Where originally did you?
Okay.
Where did you originally grow up, and when did you get started in sports?
Okay, so yeah, I started pretty much out the womb because I had older brothers. They all played sports, and we're all from Texas, so football is big in Texas. I had 2 brothers. They were both offensive linemen. One of them really, really loved football, and he went all the way. He played for North Texas. He was incredible to watch. That was probably my first, like, holy crap, I want to be out there and be in football pads, because I saw my brother just pancake dudes and big dudes, and he would just smack them on the ground walk over them, and I was just like, wow, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And so my brother is, 6'4", and I don't even know how much he weighs now, but back then he was close to 300, so he was a big guy. I wasn't big, so obviously pancaking people was not something that I was ever going to do, but I just wanted to start learning about football, and that's when I realized I could, I had a little bit of an arm on me, and yeah, that was my introduction. I would honestly say, like, the first sport I really fell in love with was football. It just wasn't made available to me as a young girl. Um, but yeah, that's it. And then I tried everything. I tried every sport. I've tried basketball, volleyball. I played basketball in college. That didn't really work out. Um, I did volleyball in like a D3 for fun. And then
So how
yeah, I've
tall are you?
done how
What's the
tall am I?
how tall are you?
I'm like 5'7", 5'8".
Okay,
So
all right,
on a good day I'm 5'8".
okay. And so
Yeah.
the position you played basketball, what was the position you played in basketball?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Okay. I
Yeah,
seen
so I
the first time I met you was in the gym.
Oh yeah, that's right. In basketball, we were playing basketball. Yeah, you came up. You already Jay, man, I'm telling you, everyone knows Jay because they'd just be like, "Yeah, I met Jay at the PX or at the grocery store or at this," or he just comes up and talks to everybody. He's a networker, dude. Just always networking.
I know.
I know you have to know because if you know Jay, you got networks. That's it right there. But he's good at it, and he does a fantastic job. And we started talking about sports, and he had kind of just like had some like offhanded remarks about like how he wanted to start something like football, and I was like, hell yeah! And then he did it. He got it all together. And next time I saw him, we were in the PX, and I was getting so tired of my Italian basketball team. I was like, ugh, I'm kind of over basketball at this point. And you were like, well, we got a flag tournament coming up, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, because I love flag. So back in Texas, I my first experience in football was actually a powder puff game in high school, and I got to play QB, and I won MVP in that. And after that game, I actually had the boys' high school coach invite me to play for the boys' team, and unfortunately, just because I'm 35 now, back in that day, it was not okay for women to play play football, and especially with my family, they're like, no, you're gonna get killed. So I wasn't able to play. I do wish that I would have been able to experience that as a young girl, but I understand why. It's there wasn't really a clear space for women in football, and something that I love that's happening right now is that there's clearly a space for women in football, and I'm just so grateful that the young women get to experience that because I wanted that so bad when I was younger.
Yeah. So you're trash. You're known for a trash talker,
Yeah.
and it's one thing to talk trash and be trash, but you're a trash talker, and you back that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I try
So
to.
was there anybody that was like gives it as good as they get it? Because
Oh, well, Chris.
Okay,
Chris.
Chris. Okay,
You
all right.
already know Chris. So the first
Chris
games we ever
Robertson.
played,
She's talking about Chris Robertson.
yes, Chris
Okay.
Robertson was too shifty on Instagram. But yeah, I we came out and played that first game, and I remember I had done a couple I had done a couple moves. I think I had a nice head top catch on a girl, and the crowd was going crazy on the sideline. Even their team was going a little bit crazy after a couple of those catches. Well, Chris is shifty and she's fast, and she made a nice little move, and I'm gonna blame that shitty turf, but turf got me for a second. I did a little. Oh, I think I might have slipped a little bit. She went nuts, dude. I don't know if you remember that. Chris was like, "Oh, I made her fall, y'all. I made her fall." I just remember turning around. I was like, "Yeah, I'd be happy too if I made me fall. I'd be happy too. If I got me on one, I'd be happy." And then from then on, me and Chris were friends. I mean, we both understood that talking smack was just part of the fun of the game, And
Yeah.
it also it pushed me to be better. Anytime I would talk shit and I would make a mistake, I realized that I just needed to get better because I like talking shit. But I also, like you said, I want to be able to back it up. So it just pushed me to work harder. If I'm going to talk that mess, I better be putting in the work outside of the games to make sure that I can do it during the game.
Yeah, it's funny because with her, you see my spin move, but for
Oh, there's 2 day move.
no other player was doing that when the way
No.
she was.
No,
So
she's really good at the spin move. She could do like 3 spin moves in a row, but she would time it perfectly. And it would just like, man, there's so many videos of her just going crazy with that freaking spin move. She went all the way downfield when we were playing full field. I think we're on maybe the 30, and she just busted it. Just
yeah.
whoop 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 all the way down, touchdown.
All right, Reagan. I've been monopolizing this interview.
Yeah, no, I got you. We haven't seen each other. This is like the first time we've talked in a
I
long
know.
time. So.
About a couple hours, but we're gonna kick it to the homeboys down there in Germany.
Yes, what you got?
Wiesbaden. What y'all got for?
Welcome, Ray. My name's Mason.
Hi.
Nice
Hi,
to meet
Mason.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the show.
Mhm.
So you answered. I was going to ask you a question, but in your statement, you said that you played basketball at college and then a little bit of volleyball too. Correct?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Where was you? What university was that at?
So it's oh my God, Cameron University in Lawton, Oklahoma, was where I first got a partial scholarship to for basketball. Unfortunately, your girl was kind of a I was a shit show back then, so
No.
I can't believe it. I was a young 18-year-old, and I might have squandered a couple of opportunities. By a couple, I mean maybe like 4 or 5.
Got
Um,
that swag, right?
Back then it wasn't swag. That was insecurity. I'll be honest with you. Like I was not mentally ready for the level that these women were playing at such a young age, and I had just not committed to pursuing basketball the way that these women had. And it showed. I think my true passion, honestly, what has always been football. And I was always trying to match that passion in other sports, and I could never find it. Um, so yeah, I just, I played it because I love sports. I'll always play any sport. If you got, I mean, pickleball, it doesn't matter. I'll go play sports. I've never played tennis. If you handed me a racket and you said, "Hey, I need a partner," let's go. And I'll try it the best that I can. But what sets football apart for me is that genuine passion for the actual game of football. Um, and that's why, yeah, all of my other college days, high school days, it was just trying to find something that would give me that high that football would whenever I was playing out in the street with a bunch of little boys and, you know, tackling people in the backyard and putting on my brother's helmet and football pads.
So I'm gonna ask. First of all, welcome to the show. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
our first guest. Yeah.
I'm excited. Thank you.
I have me and Mr. Mason here have girls.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I have a ton.
I have 2.
I have a ton.
Wow. That's awesome.
So I want to ask this question, and it's gonna have a part 2 count to it.
Okay.
All right, women's sports in general.
Mhm.
What's your take on it? Meaning, how do you feel if it's biased, or are you wanting to be? Would you rather be a role model to more women to get them into these sports?
That's a good question. So you said the first part I didn't hear you though. You said, am I more biased? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like, well,
Towards
not
like
biased,
football?
but yeah.
Yeah, and more inclined to push out football than other sports. That's a really great question. And I would say yes and no. So yes, obviously I want to push football because it still isn't as available as these other sports, specifically in high school. So the pathway to becoming a professional tackle football player for women is essentially non-existent, right? There are things that are growing and changing within the sport, and I hope to help be a part of that change. Um, and just like bringing more eyes, doing things like this and talking about it and saying, hey, there is more opportunity for us in the game of football, whether it be flag or tackle, that are starting to come about. If you look at the growth of flag football in the last couple of years, it's been incredible. But for instance, and it will be probably in a couple years here in Minnesota, but it's not sanctioned yet as a high school sport. So right now we have NFL teams that are funding money in for tournaments so that these girls have access to flag football. And that's incredible. That's what we need. But the next step here, obviously, is to get sanctioned, which I believe it will. But when it comes to tackle football, there really isn't a pathway set up yet. And I'll be honest, like, I love both. Like, to me, they're different sports. They're the same sport, but they're different. Flag and tackle are two different things. Um, and I would love it if young girls, specifically in high school, were given the opportunity to put on pads and experience it. Um, because I remember the first time putting on pads at 34, I think I was, yeah, or was it a year ago or 2 years? But yeah, I was, 34 putting on pads. And I had dreamed of that since I was a little girl, like my own pads and my own helmet. And going out there and playing my first tackle football game here in Minnesota was honestly like, it was such a high. I had waited for that my entire life that it like after the first game, the high kind of started to go down. I was like, oh shit, like that's what I'd been waiting for my whole life. I had to like, hey, your season's still going. Your career in tackle football is just starting. That's how bad I wanted it. It was such a high. So just thinking of the times when young men get to put on their pads and go out and run onto a field the first time, whether that be in Pop Warner or high school or middle school, that feeling, I would love for girls to experience that because it really is truly incredible. And it's so much fun to be out there with such a large group of of women who feel the same way and are going out there to fight with you. And it's special. But yeah, when it comes to sports in general, obviously I want support. I try to support all women's sports. So here in Minnesota, um, we have a lot. We have a soccer team. We have the Minnesota Frost, which is a professional women's hockey league. You have a professional women's baseball league that just started. So there's women's sports is growing, and my general take on it is you support anywhere and everywhere that you can, and take your girls to those games. Just let them go see it, even if they don't like it at first. Like, I don't really like hockey. I didn't like hockey because it was cold, and I'm from Texas, But I'm still gonna go get season tickets for the Minnesota Frost because I love to see women out there pursuing their dreams, and that gives me motivation to pursue mine.
Absolutely. Um, real quick, Ray, got a question for you.
Hmm.
It was announced not too long ago that the Olympics will be in 2028. We'll be having flag football as an event. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts about that?
I think it's exciting. I absolutely love seeing these women on the USA national team. I've met a few of them. I actually played with Vanita 10 years ago. Vanita Crouch is she's, the goat of women's flag football. She's the Tom Brady of women's flag football. And I met her 10 years ago. Um, and she was incredible back then. She was already well known back then. So to see her like go to, especially because she's probably I think 10 years older than me, so to see her make it to the Olympics would be it's just really exciting. Um, just from a fan perspective, because I didn't know her on a deep level. I just, met her and she was always very nice. But like to see her do that and go and achieve this dream that, you know, so many young people have is like going to the Olympics, like that's top tier. To see an older woman do that and in the sport that has not been as popular is just like it's just really cool. It's really cool. And then you see like the younger generation right beside her. Personally, one of my favorites from the national team is London Jenkins. She is, if y'all haven't seen her, dude, go look her up on Instagram. Like, absolutely wild, wild moves. She is so nasty in like the best way possible. She's my favorite for sure. You got Madison Fulford, who's like just a vet, just a vet wide receiver. You can tell she knows what she's doing. And also, if you like talking shit, she's top tier shit talker. Love her. Izzy Gerassi, I can't ever say her last name right. She's a freak, dude. Absolute phenomenal, sticky hands, just runs crisp route. She's fantastic. I mean, there's so many fantastic players on the national team, and I think they're going to be incredible to represent women's football and see it on the big stage. You know, they already played the halftime between I think it was Buffalo. I can't remember who Buffalo played, but yeah, Buffalo, the halftime show, the Canada national team played the USA national team. So it's just bringing more eyes to women who can play football. And I think it's going to benefit all of football, tackle, and flag.
Okay, thank you. So here's number one. This is kind of a little bit off topic, just a little bit.
All right.
So I just found out probably right before you signed into the show that we do have something. Me and you have something in common.
Oh, we do?
Yes. We are in the United Football League for fantasy against each other.
Oh! Whoa! Where are you at? 'Cause I'm third right now, big dog. Where are you at?
I don't want to talk about that.
No, come on. I know where Jay's at. Jay's last. Dead last.
Yeah, here's the bad part. I'm right above Jay. Like literally right. Last year I was in second place all season long and lost to the playoff. This year,
oh my God,
I am hanging on. I'm trying to slide into the playoff. So
here, well, I need a QB, another QB. So if one of y'all want to give up your QB, that'd be great.
I got Dak Prescott. You want Dak Prescott? Come talk to me.
Hell no,
DJ
I don't want Dak
Big Baller.
Prescott.
All you gotta do is hit DJ Big Baller. You send it, and I'm looking for a picks. That's all I'm looking for.
Okay, I got you then. I got you. Say less.
So my last question, because you answered a lot of questions, I'm actually kind of thinking this out right now because
go for it.
I'm not trying to be. I don't want. If you don't want to answer, don't answer.
You're good, bro. You good.
If you had an option, right? Somebody calls, say, "Hey, Ray, I want you to come to Germany and coach a German flag football team."
Yeah.
Would you come?
That's a hard question because
what kind of team? And it's a little. I mean,
no. So and here's my reason why I say this. They're like, and I'm not putting down coaching over here.
Yeah.
But it's a new avenue for women.
Mm-hmm.
So that new avenue has to have somebody with experience,
right,
to teach it. And the reason why I ask is because over here it's a flag football for women over here. They've been doing it for a few years now.
Oh yeah,
the academy.
Yeah. Because I currently coach men's football here.
Okay. Tackle or flag?
Tackle.
Okay.
They're developing more and more women's teams. But there's no. I'm not gonna say they don't have it, but if somebody come in with your background, would you be interested it just come for the season?
It would depend on a lot of things, right? I mean, I have a family, that's number one. So being able to make sure that the house is set up and like my son is good to go, that would be a big one. Uh, Money would be another one. And then I probably the biggest one besides my family though is uh, I'm really invested in learning more about tackle football as far as a player is concerned. I've always watched the NFL. I've always watched college, but my passion right now is being a player. Now, I will inevitably go to coaching. Like it's going to happen. I'm obsessed with this game. I'm going to be involved in football for the rest of my life, however that may be.
So
Um,
you're still actively playing.
Oh yeah, I played tackle football for the Minnesota Vixen, which is the women's. We're considered professional in the sense that we are the highest level in our league, but we are semi-pro because we do not get paid. I get paid through sponsorships. But as a 35-year-old rookie last year, it's hard to get sponsors in tackle because I need to still prove myself. Um, I don't know if Jay, I told y'all this before, but I actually had heart surgery in 2020, and I had my aortic valve replaced. Um, and that'll last me about 15 years. And my goal is basically to play until I need a new heart valve. Like I'm trying to do it until my body can't do it anymore because I know my clock is ticking for my body for sure.
And then
So
there'll be plenty of time for you to coach, right? After that.
exactly. After that, yeah. So when that happens, and I am coaching right now because I want to still, I don't have a lot of experience in well, I have none in coaching tackle, right? And then I'm still getting into flag football coaching. Majority of mine came from actually in Italy with Jay, where I was learning like to coach real time while playing here with the Vikings setting up the women's flag football tournament or flag football league. I was able to coach at Hopkins High School, and even with that, coaching here while playing during the season was a lot. I was stretched thin. Um, so this next year I took a lesser role at a closer high school so that I can focus on my season as a tackle football player as opposed to a coach. I know I'm going to be able to coach. I know I'll be a great coach. That's something that I don't even question. Like I know I'll be a competitive coach and I can lead an organization and turn it into a winning program. I do have that confidence in myself, but I also know there's a lot more work that I need to do to learn the game in order to get there. I just know I'll get there. But when it comes to coaching in Germany, it would depend on the time, and all the logistics. But
No,
I
I get it. I'm not
yeah.
trying to sell it. I'm not trying to number
That
one. I'm not
hey
trying to
hey.
sell the job.
I
I'm
don't want to
just,
say no. I don't want to say no though. You
I'm
know what I'm
just
saying?
saying.
I'm saying yes with caveats. That's all I'm
So
saying.
if it crosses my my path, I can say I got somebody that might want to look into it.
And I will tell you this:
Yeah.
Chris knows a lot of people. A lot of people.
Unfortunately,
Chris, like I'm
Unfortunately.
for real. A lot of people.
Look, man, at any time, and anytime you have learning opportunities as well, you let me know. I'm always down, and if I have the time, the availability, and the finances to fly and do all that stuff, I want to learn and experience everything in the football world. So
okay.
yeah,
Hey,
always keep
I
me in
did want to
mind.
ask. I did want to ask you one little thing.
Yeah.
Um, you were over here and you saw all the flag football academies for
Mhm.
boys and girls.
Mhm.
They go to school during the day, and after school, they do flag football.
Mhm.
Do they have anything like that in the states now? For like
Oh yeah.
just a school setup is just for flag football. That's it. And they go to school during the day and have flag football. That's it. Do they
It's
have?
it's through the Vikings. Or
Okay.
or for girls it is. For girls, high school girls and middle school girls, it's through the Vikings right now. And then there's
Okay.
local leagues.
Okay.
Um, But the local leagues, I would say they're very similar to what we played in Italy. So you're going to have a mixture of experienced and non-experienced players. Um, and then for the kids, again, it's going to be like your local. Like I live in like a suburb called Bloomington, and Bloomington has some flag football that they teach to young kids, and they do it after school. It's after school program.
Yes.
But
Okay.
yeah, they definitely have it here because like flag is huge in the States right now. It's huge.
Okay.
And I
Good.
would say that's primarily because of women. And I had heard oh gosh, what was her name? So the British flag football player. Oh, is her name Phoebe? I don't know. I can't remember her name right now. But she had just recently said this too, and I absolutely agree with it that the reason that flag football is so big is because of women. Men have had tackle, and if you look at the dynamics following men's flag, there's just not as much excitement around it, but there's a ton of excitement around women's flag, and it's because we haven't had tackle. We haven't had any football. So women are definitely paving a way for themselves in football.
All right, well, Ray, thank you for all these great questions, and Jay, thank you.
Yes.
We're gonna move along. Ray, are you gonna stick around, or are you gonna?
Hey, I'll stick around. We're doing picks, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's do
Absolutely.
it.
I'm
Let's do it.
glad you said that because
Let's do it.
Mr. Hunt time. It's the big dog's
Yeah,
time.
this is my time. All right, so we are gonna start off with college football, like we do every week, right?
All right.
But
I'm gonna get more
take a
coffee for
look.
this.
Look at the records, right? Chris went 8-1 last week.
Went berserk.
Jay 6-3. I went 7-2. It's okay. I can have a bad week
Okay.
because a 7-2 is a bad week for me. Just look at the records.
Look, I start slow.
Look, you and Jay are both 37 or 32 and 17.
Hey, prior to the last couple of weeks,
I'm 36 and 13.
I was really far behind.
You was.
And now I'm starting to reel y'all in. This is not no short run. This is a long distance fight. Okay?
I like it. All right, so we're going to start off with our first game. We got Vanderbilt at number 9 Vanderbilt at number 20 Texas.
Ooh, Vanderbilt's gonna fucking run them.
Jay, you want to start us off on that?
Arch Manning. Nope. I'm sorry. We got Texas in the house. To this way, Texas.
Is that
no.
me?
Yeah, that's you. Because I'm pointing
I
this
don't
way.
care.
Yeah. So I got Vanderbilt winning this one.
Oh.
Vandy.
Right? Do you want to go last, or you want to go now, or when you?
I'm
when you
going
wanna go
right
in?
now. It's Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Who are we playing with right now?
We got number 9 Vanderbilt at number 20 Texas.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. Arch Manning, man, let's do him the same way we did Shador. He's a little nippo baby. He's not that great. He needs to work on a lot of stuff. I mean, he's a freshman, right?
No,
Sophomore. Well, there you go.
He didn't play last year though.
That's right. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. His is his first year as a starter.
Yes.
And it shows.
But they're pumping him up so much, man.
They are pumping him up.
Yep.
That's all
I
right.
agree. Look, I'm taking Vanderbilt, and obviously I think we're all on the same page for the reasons why. Chris?
Oh, it's Vandy all day.
See?
Yeah.
So the whole show's going to take
Padilla's going to go berserk.
heavy.
Look,
Berserk. Absolutely. And I think but I will say, I think it's going to be a little bit closer than what people think it is, because Texas defense has been getting a little bit better. And let's be honest, going into Texas, Austin down there,
That's
Vanderbilt,
true.
that's gonna be some wild fans right there.
That's a good
Let's
point.
do or die for both teams.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's jump to our next one. We've got number 5, Georgia versus Florida. The game's played in Jacksonville.
Cocktail bowl.
So there you go. Chris, what we got?
Dogs gonna eat Gator this weekend.
Oh man.
I stole that out.
Margaritaville? No?
Whoever wants to go next, Miss Ray or Jay.
I'm
Jay,
going.
you go.
Next. Who you got?
I'll go
Georgia
with the
versus Florida.
I said them dogs gonna hunt. Them dogs gonna hunt this weekend.
Okay.
Oh man. Wow. I feel like there's got to be an upset somewhere.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm inclined to go with the dogs, but like, I'm inclined to go with Georgia. But
Now, just so you understand, Florida did fire their head coach this week.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Georgia.
I'm in agreement. I'm going with Georgia too.
Okay.
So I think Florida's got a lot of things to figure out this season.
Yeah.
So, let's move on. We've got number 2, Indiana
Mm.
at Maryland.
Ooh.
Yeah. Think about this. Ms. Ray, you was just talking about an upset.
Upset. Yeah. No. Exactly.
Right.
I'm trying to think. There's got to be an upset. This will be a good
has
one.
prime upset on it because Indiana's got to go into Maryland. And
Yep.
can Indiana stay hot? Right? I mean, they've
What are
been
y'all
showing that
thinking?
they can put the points up.
So since I'm going to say this, right? I'm from Illinois. I cannot do it. It just can't come out. It just not even sound right coming out of my mouth. It's hard to say they gonna win. I'm gonna call them Dave, and it's not Maryland.
Mm.
Look, my mom's side of the family is from Indiana, Vincennes area. So,
Oh, man.
oh yeah,
You got to go with Indiana.
I gotta go with Indiana.
Yeah.
I didn't go with him earlier in the season, right, and I lost the game.
You
So
know,
I gotta stick with him right now.
you gotta learn. But you know what? Just because of that right there, I'm gonna go for Maryland. Just because I would love to see you lose it again.
No.
I'll take the L. I'll take the L if they lose. I'll just be like, whatever. I thought maybe it'd be an upset, but if they win, then that gives me, I can shit talk after that. So
Okay, Jay.
Something that Reagan is very used to is sometimes her mouth gets her in a little bit of trouble. So we throw a little flag on her. Everything's copacetic.
you remember when I got kicked out of that one game?
Yes. I don't know why you gotta talk to that man like that. Anyway.
That mega mind ass motherfucker. I swear to God. That big ass head, and he doesn't know shit about football. I'm telling you. You ask him. His head was. I got a big forehead. It was like twice the size of my forehead. I'm telling you. He had to special order his referee hat.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
They said, "Oh wow."
Jay, who are you taking on that game, real quick?
I got Indiana. Let's move on.
Right.
Let's move on.
All right, so we're gonna move on. We got number 18 Oklahoma at number 14 Tennessee.
Oh, that's a good one.
Game of the week.
You said where they playing at?
They're in Knoxville.
Okay. Oh man.
Jay?
I would like the Volunteers. Tennessee.
Mace?
Tennessee.
These are
Tennessee.
two SEC teams, and it pains me to say it, right? But I got to take the Rocky Top Tennessee Volunteers.
Miss Ray?
I want to know what you're thinking.
Oh. So we got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
But what I heard was Peyton Manning's coming out of retirement. And he's going to throw for 5 touchdowns. The Volunteers are going to win. Right?
Yeah.
It's going to be close. But they're going to be inspired because Peyton has had one more year of ability. And he's going to use it.
He's going to change his name to Chad Powers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Volunteers too. I don't know. I'm tipping on the edge. I'm kind of thinking OU, but if Peyton Manning's coming back for a year, it's got to be.
He a couple of games late.
That changes everything.
Right? So you say you're taking the Volunteers, there, right?
Yeah, I'll take the Volunteers.
All right. Let's move to our last college football game of the week. We're going to go Georgia Tech at North Carolina State. Once again, we're talking about upsets. And Georgia Tech, who is in control of the ACC right now.
Yeah.
Hang on. I mean, Jay at the beginning of the season was like, Miami.
Yeah, he was.
Miami.
Yeah.
That's all I heard every week.
Yeah.
Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Carson Beck.
Right? I ain't heard nothing about Miami.
We ain't heard nothing since.
Right? So
He is who we thought he was.
I think me and you may mention something about Georgia Tech at the beginning of the season.
Yes.
Right? Because they did have a good season last season. You can't just write that off all the time. Now, sometimes you get too many graduates, boom. And your program completely changes, right?
Yeah.
But when you don't lose that many players and you still got the same coaching staff, generally the football team stays about the same, right?
Right.
Like I said, Georgia Tech was doing good last year. So can Georgia Tech
keep the money train
rolling and beat North Carolina State in North Carolina?
I'm gonna say yes. As soon as you said those two, Georgia Tech immediately came to my mind, so I'm gonna go with my gut on that one and say Georgia Tech.
Jay trying to be quiet. He ain't got nothing to say. He is speechless.
Miami.
I'm good.
Look, I'm going Georgia Tech too because I think this might be their year.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with Atlanta. Y'all like that, right?
Uh-huh.
See, if you don't know where Georgia Tech is,
it's in Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta, downtown to be exact.
There you go.
I used to live in about an hour outside of Atlanta.
Where about?
Augusta.
Oh, that wasn't an hour. That's almost 2. I was in Augusta too.
Depends on the traffic though.
Yeah, that's the old. They people that live out there, they call that the old South.
I wasn't in Augusta. I was towards the outside. I can't remember what it used to be called, but like we went to Augusta. That was like where we worked in that area.
Hey, what you got?
So why y'all trying to play me like Miami lost 4 games?
Look,
they ain't in the top 10 no more.
What?
They are in the top 10. But they're in control of the ACC.
They're in the top 10.
They're not in control of the ACC.
They're not in control of the ACC.
Look, they're going to make it right. I had a talk with Mr. Beck last night. I said, Beck, and you got to stop tripping. And we already good. So, yeah, Miami, and cover your ears. Forget Georgia Tech. There you go. I got Georgia Tech.
So what you saying is you're going with North Carolina State?
I'm going with NC State. No, I'm going with NC State because North Carolina State they don't score no points, but NC State they be scoring points. NC
State. Big change.
Big change.
Well, we know who ain't gonna be in second place next week.
No guts, no glory, gentlemen. No guts, no glory.
All right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now it's time for the nitty and gritty.
Woo-wee.
Nitty and gritty. It
There we
is
go.
NFL season.
Dun, 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 dun. You know.
All right, Chris. What?
We have a new leader.
Yeah, I know later.
We have a new leader,
Unfortunately, we do. You're right.
and his name is Chris. And upon on this mountaintop
Uh-huh.
that I sit, like I told you, this race is not 100 meters. It's 100 miles.
Long distance.
Long distance.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
And who's in first place? This guy.
That's
Go ahead and let him know. Let other people know.
Yes. Chris went 7-1 last week.
Hold
Jay
on,
went-
say that again. I ain't hear you.
Jay went 6-2, and I went 5-3.
Ooh. Rough.
Mm.
Yeah. Chris now is in the lead with 30 with a 34-19 record. Jay
Mason.
in third place with a 31-22 get record. But I'm only one game ahead of you, Jay, at 32-21. So I got to figure this out. I'm going the opposite direction. Because Ray, I was crushing both of them at the beginning of the season. Last what, 2-3 weeks? I went
Now we have a
backwards.
new leader.
Hey, I know Chris knows how that feels like. Just ask him about the fantasy league.
Hey,
Hey, you got to be
if
first
you go-
somewhere. You got to hear
if
Big
you
Dog.
go back and look at history in the fantasy league, especially that team, I think
Come
half
on.
my starting lineup was in doggone IR.
I know, man. Let me tell you, there are so many. Yeah. Now I got you.
But I ain't gonna talk. Look, I know when to stop talking trash. 'Cause when you at the bottom of the pack, but you one game back from making the playoffs, keep your mouth closed until you're in the playoffs.
You're right. You're right. I might have to come back on here if I don't make the playoffs, so just so you can talk shit back.
All right. We're going to move on. We're going to recap Thursday's night's game between Baltimore and Miami.
Mm.
Please, viewers, Cass, give me what's your thoughts on that game?
Baltimore has came off the IR list. Number one,
Official.
officially. You look. Everybody was talking trash about how bad their defense was. That guy from Georgia showed up and started saying, "No, we ain't playing that way no more." They put that quarterback in. I ain't gonna say his name, but he kind of skinny and fast. He said, "No, we ain't playing that way no more." You know, tight ends started to catch passes. You know, I was halfway tempted this week to go for the underdog. And then I had to go check that injury report, and I was like, "Oh, not questionable. Oh, not
Yep.
questionable. We'll play." Oh, yeah. I think they do have some ground to make up, but they do have 2 games against their division leader left, and they're only 2 games back. That's the key question. They're only 2 games back. Right? So, I think the game was actually what I thought it would be. You know, they once they figured out we're gonna shut down Wild, they shut down Miami.
I think it's pretty easy to shut down Miami right now, though. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that. Like, obviously, Ravens. I have their defense on fantasy football, but yeah, the Dolphins are so bad right now, and it's not just you got Tua who does not look like he's comfortable back in the pocket anymore. His throws are falling short. And then you look at the sideline. Once you lose the sideline, it's kind of game over, and they've lost the sideline. So I don't. While I agree with you what you said with the Ravens, I think more speaks on uh, the Dolphins just not being able to execute right now more than it does speak on how good the Ravens are. I'd like to see the Ravens moving forward and who they have in the rest of who their matchups are for the rest of the season. Because to me, Dolphins is kind of like it's a throwaway win. You got to go get that W if you're playing the Dolphins.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing I took away from the game was Derrick Henry had 119 rushing yards, 19 carried. So I would like to see, and I think that was one of the things that was hurting Baltimore, is when you have him, they weren't utilizing him, I don't think, to the extent before last night or before Thursday's game, right? Because Derrick Henry historically needs about 20 touches, right?
Hold on. Not just 20 touches. He needs to be given the ball in his hand, not throwing them pass.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
Carries, right? So, and Derrick Henry is so big that he can wear that defense down all game and really make the game easier for Baltimore in the fourth, where the game can be won.
So are you saying that's essentially a weakness that he has to be handed off the ball instead of a threat via pass?
I think he's more of a threat when he's given the ball and he's going downfield.
For sure. But is it a weakness if he's going out on a swing or something like a wheel or whatever? Like it's not really a threat.
No, not a threat. Not
yeah.
You're not
He's not McCaffrey.
Right.
He's a bruiser.
Yeah.
And he wears the defense down. He wears the defense down too.
Jay, what you got?
So I was just looking over the schedule that Baltimore has the rest of the way. Cincinnati twice, Pittsburgh twice. They get a practice game against the Jets. So, they can get things right, back where it should be. I think they were scared away about giving Derrick Henry the ball earlier in the season when he had a couple fumbles in a couple back-to-back games. So they kind of worked in Mitchell and worked in Hill to, not give him the ball so much. And then once Jackson got hurt, they didn't give him the ball anymore until last game, the week before, when Huntley played and they ended up surprising Chicago. So I think the last 2 weeks have been very important for Baltimore moving forward the rest of the season. But how bad is Miami? Well, we all thought the coach was going to get fired. And that the movie Casino, when everybody gets whacked and then Robert De Niro opens the front door to get the paper, he's looking around, is like, oh, I'm still alive. Okay. That's Mike McDaniel right now. He's waiting for
I made it.
He's waiting for East Coast Jimmy to see him. So yeah, it's I think it's just a matter of time. His time is near the end. Especially with everything they had in Miami, and they were really set up to win. And I think that window is fast.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they dismantle that roster.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me one year. And not just within the coaches, but players. Miami, I think, with the firing of the GM, I think they will signal to everybody that if you want players like Jalen Waddle on your team, right? what are you going to give us? Give us draft picks, and we'll give them to you. If you want to as a quarterback, what do you want, right? So I think their top players are right now available in Miami. I don't think it's going to turn anything down because I think they're going in that direction where new GM and after the season to be a new head coach too. So we'll see. It gives us something to sit back and see what happens with the firing of the GM and how everything transcends at the end of the season, right? So, all right, let's move on. We have the Indianapolis Colts, the hot Indianapolis Colts. What? At the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nobody would have thought Indianapolis Colts would have been hot at this time of the year with Daniel Jones as the quarterback.
You had him. You.
I did, didn't I? Didn't I, Jay?
That was you.
I wasn't a believer. And Daniel Jones, look, now it's like.
What did I say at the beginning of the season, Jay?
And now it is like in Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor, we trust.
I said, great.
Yeah.
So a lot of
You called it.
I said, watch out for Daniel Jones. This is going to be his revenge season.
Yeah. I love watching it. I love underdogs like completely just coming out of nowhere. So I'm picking Colts just because I want to see that keep going. I just love it. I love it.
See, I'm going to Indianapolis too. Not just because my mom's side of the family is from Indiana, but I like what Indianapolis is doing. They're locking down defense. Jonathan Taylor's able to run. Daniel Jones is doing what he's supposed to do as a quarterback. I'm going Colts. What you got?
Colts, baby.
Jay, what you got?
I got the Colts until the Pittsburgh Steelers they fix that defense. Jonathan Taylor's going to have a big game against them, and that opens up.
Pittsburgh is showing hope in their defense against the run, and now they're blitzing corners to help support the run.
Yeah.
Everybody here going Colts. I like it. Next game, we got Denver Broncos at the surprising Houston Texans. They won last week.
They look good.
They did. Is this a game where it could be considered an upset, right? Like if Houston beats Denver, is that really an upset?
I don't know. To me, this is just like it's up for grabs for either one. That's how I see it. I don't consider either one to be an upset. I think it'll be a good battle because one they gotta fight for position to me in that. I think it'll be Denver personally, but that's my call.
So is Nico Collins playing? And if he plays, does that help Houston or does it hurt Houston?
Well, here's the question. That's not the answer that you need to be asking. Can they slow down Denver's offense with them two DNs they got? That's the key. If they put the pressure, they put pressure on Bo Nix like they did last week, this could be a runaway.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I'm still going with Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to. I gotta hear. Look, if they win, I gotta hear this crap from my partner. He calls me every week, and this the one game that I can see right now before they play Kansas City that they can possibly lose. Plus, Surtain is out.
Mm.
Look, I'm going Denver. I'm going to stick with Denver. I think Denver is right now a more solid team than Houston is, offense and defense wise. So
they're not superb in either one. They're solid, and I think Bo Nix that's perfectly describes him as a QB as well, just very solid.
So right now we got next game is Minnesota.
I didn't get mine.
Oh, my bad. It don't matter. We know who you're going with.
Hey, look, it's not about Denver, it's about Houston. Last night was trick or treat. And believe me, Houston won last week. Oh, we're all good. Warm and fuzzy. Oh, Houston's so good. Nah, they tricking us. Trick or treat, they nothing but tricks with them. Houston's going to lose this week. I got Denver.
Okay. Now we're going to go to the Minnesota and Detroit.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I know that's your home state. I'm sorry.
I left Texas, moved here to Minnesota, and I was like, thank God, because I'm so tired of being a Cowboys fan. And I'm already tired of being a Vikings fan. I haven't even been here a full year yet. Next month makes it a full year. The skull, good Lord. Good Lord. This shit is pissing me off.
Picture Reagan at home doing this at 2 o'clock in the afternoon all day. She
In
got
unison.
nacho sauce all on her shirt.
Man, my friends are gonna be so mad at me, but I'm gonna have to pick Detroit also because I have Jahmyr Gibbs, so I need him to have a big game.
Gibbs is special, ain't he?
He really is. Honestly, I love Detroit. They're, that's where we were gonna move before we moved to Minnesota. We were gonna go to Michigan, and I could have been a Detroit fan, but now I'm stuck here in Minnesota with this bullshit. No quarterback having ass. Like, this is ridiculous. Detroit, for sure.
Oh, Jake.
Jay, you got it?
Oh, okay. So who I got? Motown, Frotown, Joetown.
So dumb, dude.
Lions by 25.
Look, I'm taking Detroit because Minnesota doesn't know what they're doing right now.
Nope.
Man, that's cold.
Sucks, man.
So,
I'll go back,
Who's
Jeff.
quarterback?
So JJ McCarthy is starting this week.
Absolutely.
So that should be one plus. But I still don't see them being able to beat Detroit with all that talent.
I see Aiden Hutchinson getting a couple of sacks on him.
Jake, he can have a great game.
Yeah.
Right? I just want you to know he can have a great game. But he is not going he ain't gonna be able to keep up.
McCarty,
McCarthy.
whatever.
McCarty.
McCarty.
Is it McCarty?
It's McCarty, like dude from like New Kids on the Block, McCarty or something.
Oh shit! I don't
McCarty
even
or
know.
McIntyre?
Now I don't know.
They still gonna lose, Jake. Sorry.
McCarty. Vikings with the L.
Yep.
We got that one.
Oh, sure. Lord.
Hey, Jake chimed in.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually responding to him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, he's a Bronco fan.
So, the highlight of the day: Kansas City versus Buffalo.
Whew. They always play classics.
At Buffalo. We have to make sure we let Jay know who's the home team. Otherwise, he start whining and saying he want to change his pick in the middle of the game. So we have to let Jay
No,
know.
put that flag away. That tracks for you, Jay. Put that flag away.
Real quick, Ray. Last week it was funny, right? Because they both went Baltimore and I went Chicago because they thought Lamar was playing, and then when they found out that he wasn't, they called me and they're like, "Can we change our pick?" I'm like, "No, you're stuck with it," and they still won.
Yeah.
So,
You should have let them change it after they won the game. Be like, no, you know what? You called me and you asked me to change it, so I'm gonna do it for you right now.
He didn't agree. It had to be a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
He did not agree.
Man, come on.
Anyhow, like Chris said, Kansas City at Buffalo.
So, hey, Ray.
Yeah.
Check this out. So, during the week, he always sends me these picks, right? And like, there's 8 picks. 4 of them will say such at such and such, and then 2 teams later he'll say this team versus such and such. So he's mixing them up.
He's just trying to mess with you.
Okay, they're all just going to be what's it called? Home's on the right, first team's on the left, is visitor team.
Hey, you know what this is? You know what this is?
The smallest violin. My tears. I know. I was in the same unit, whatever you do. I know all that. All I'm saying is, don't let him fool you. Look at the fine print. He's one of those type of managers.
I already told you. I don't know who I told in the fantasy league, but I go off vibes half the time. I'm just vibing. Whichever team. Like right now, Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo vibes.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck KC. God, I'm so over them.
Oh, my heart hurt.
Oh, so we got Buffalo and Ray. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I didn't go for Kansas City last week, and I lost. So I gotta go for Kansas City this week, and
Oh man.
hopefully my daughter don't beat me up because that is her team. So
So
that's what you got.
Kansas City got everybody back. Everybody's back. That is not the Kansas City from week 1, 2, or 3. That is Kansas City from last year during the season. I ain't gonna say Super Bowl, but they got mollywopped in the Super Bowl.
I didn't think they played that great during the season last year.
they
I
didn't.
seriously think that majority of their wins came from momentum shifts from
Hey,
shitty
Ray.
calls.
Ray, I
Yeah.
have a question.
Suspect
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
What's the difference between a win and a loss?
What's the difference between a win and a loss of numbers? I don't know. Somebody scores
That's
more than
the
the other.
actual answer. So it don't matter how you win or how you lose. You either won it or you lost.
Except that I don't think they're getting the same calls that they did last year. So that could actually affect the game.
Oh my goodness.
They're not, though.
Oh my goodness.
Unless they're.
Kansas City all day. I think they're gonna
Listen.
pull it. I think this game is
You know
gonna
what?
be very close.
I'm
And
so
it's
excited to
gonna
watch
come
this
down to
game
who got
now.
the ball last.
I agree with
Ray,
that.
what you got? I'm sorry, Ray. What's the second?
I
I
think
was
these
saying
teams,
I agree with that. That it comes down to whoever has the ball last. It's gonna be a good game.
I think these teams are very closely matched. They're familiar with each other. The coaches know each other.
Mm-hmm.
I got Buffalo winning at home in this one. I think they'll do a little bit more. I think um, Kansas City will probably try to come back towards the end of the game, but I have Buffalo winning this one.
So the two people at our guest and then our long distance twin partner over there, both going for Buffalo. We're going for Kansas City.
Hey, you know what it
Let's
is.
get it.
Here, Jay, give me a knuckles, Jay. Where you at? You're on that side, and you're opposite on mine, bro.
Can't have it. So
Here,
hey,
we'll just do this. High five.
There you go.
There we go.
yeah. So Ms. Ray, this is your time. You got about 5 minutes left. Please let our viewers know how they can follow you. Where y'all if y'all stream y'all games.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can get more eyes on your league. That will probably help grow the league.
Hell yeah. So I play in the WFA, which is the Women's Football Alliance. It has been around for a long time. There are two main leagues. There's a WFA and the WNFC. I would say I want to plug both of those leagues because there's a lot of fantastic talent in both of those leagues. I play for the WFA Pro division, which is the top division. WNFC just has one. But I play with the Minnesota Vixen, and our games are currently picked up by AWSN, which is All Women's Sports Network, which was started by Whoopi Goldberg, and they just signed a deal with DirecTV. So, yeah, you can stream it live. Our schedule will come out. I think Super Bowl is whenever we put it out there. Go on to my socials. I forget what my name is on there, but if you just look up Ray, Rae Jefferson, find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and I'll always post up the schedules and any of the flag stuff that I'm doing. I'll be out for nationals in Florida and worlds with a couple of flag teams. But yeah, man, just go, just search women's football. Put it in Google and look it up. Find a team near you, and just go support. And always come and watch me play. I play tight end, I play slot receiver, and I play backup QB. I'm trying to work towards that QB1 spot, but I'm behind an incredible athlete, Erin Kelly, who has been playing for a long time, and watching her play QB has taught me so much. But yeah, come out if you're in Minnesota, come watch our games. We play at a local high school. But yeah, follow me on socials for any info. And boom, I just want to say thank you guys so much for giving me a platform to talk about this game that I love so much, and giving me this opportunity just to share my team and all that. I really do appreciate you guys so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on to the show and being our
Yes.
first guest. Thank
Yes.
you for bringing laughter and education,
Yes.
and opportunity for young women to follow and
Thank
be a
you.
role model.
And it's so helpful when we have men who have platforms like you do that allow us to come on there and talk how we talk. And I really appreciate that.
Thank you. So please stick around after we do our little ending. We do want to say, special thanks to you. All right. This closes our show today. If you are a you have a veteran-owned business and you want more advertisement, please send us an email at thelongdistanceplaybook@gmail.com. We will add you to our commercial break. Once again, thank Ms. Ray Jefferson for chiming in for us today, giving us a lot of insight, a lot of laughter, a lot of trash talking, and being a very wonderful guest. And we will see you next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, 4 o'clock German time and Italy time. Be blessed, stay blessed. See y'all soon.